Hi, in today's video I'm going to take you on a ferry trip from Split to Rogats on Island Sholta, which is a 1 hour car ferry ride. I hope you're going to enjoy the trip, so please follow us on board the ferry and I will give you some information as we are sailing so that you know how it is to travel to Rogats from Split. So I just need to find my ticket. I had it on the phone, or I have it on the phone. So now it's finally our turn to board the ferry. The ferry we are sailing with today is called Biokovo. So I just need to find my ticket. I had it on the phone, or I have it on the phone. Voila. So for this trip I bought the ticket online. Easy peasy. Straight line. This was at least a better space than I had on my last ferry trip. Good, let's go and have a look at the ferry and enjoy the trip to Rogats. So now we are walking from the car deck, and this one is not so busy, so there's actually space to get around. And the ferry actually has an escalator. And as the weather's nice, we're gonna sit outside, enjoy the sun. I will of course show you the inside area a bit later, but just for the beginning, let's go up here. I think there's a nice spot over here. So, great seating spot. And here you can see this is the ferry which sails from Split to Supetar. And over here I think that might be the ferry which goes to Italy, but I'm not 100% sure. So 11:45, it's time, is the scheduled departure time of our ferry, and we are now 1 minute later, and it seems like we are actually leaving the berth now. At least the Indians have started doing a little bit of work here. You see over behind here, over there, these small ferries, over there, that's the fast ferries taking you to Var, Korčula, even Dubrovnik in the summer. And so basically all fast ferries are towards the main promenade, and all the car ferries are out here where we are leaving now. We can really see the promenade in Split in front of us when we are leaving the ferry port here. And the weather is just amazing for a trip today. And as I mentioned, the trip is going to take us around 1 hour. That's the scheduled time. I think seems reasonable. And the Sholta Island is actually kind of a gem in the sense that it's not so touristic as Brač or Var. It is getting more and more popular. I think last year there was a passenger growth of 10% on the ferry, so now roughly 500,000 people travel with the ferry, ferries. There's a car ferry and a fast ferry going there. So it is getting more popular island. And I've been there on holiday several times. Really nice place. So while we're sailing, I'm just going to give you a bit more information about this ferry from Split to Rogas. As I already mentioned, there's a car ferry, which is the one we are traveling on today, and there's also a fast ferry route which goes between the two cities. The car ferry, this one we are on, takes 1 hour, and the fast ferry takes around half an hour. During the summertime, you have 6 daily car ferry departures, and I think maximum two of the fast ferries. So at least there's quite a few departures during the day to choose between. I think the earliest one is from Split is around 6 in the morning, 5:30, 6, and the last one in the evening, I think around 9 o'clock or something like that, going back if you want to do a day trip out there. The ticket we bought online today, we paid for 2 persons and a car 27 euro. We are now not in the period which they call the main season, so if you're going to travel in the main season, the price would be I think 10 euros more, so around 36, 37 euro. Anyway, I'm going to put all the information on my website, so in case I forgot to mention something, you will find all the information there. If you go on the ferry with this one, or you take the fast ferries and travel to Rogas, you can also get easy around the island. You have Promet Split, the city bus company from Split. They actually operate the buses on the island. So they will have buses waiting on the port when you arrive there, and then you can basically travel to any of the holiday cities around the island without having a car on board. And it's rock bottom cheap. I have to repeat it. I said it in other videos, but I really think it's great. With Promet Split, if you download the app, you can travel around, for instance on Scholta Island, for 1 euro. Let's check out more of the ferry, see what it has, so that you are aware of how it's going to look like if you're going to travel to Rogas on Scholta Island. Now I'm just going to check the cabin. Looks quite nice. Also completely renovated. You of course have toilets here, and here you have a coffee bar, where you can buy refreshments and a cup of coffee. I know sometimes in the main season it can be really chilly in here, or some people find it chilly because of the air conditioning running. So if you're one of those freezing a lot, you might want to bring something to put over your shoulders or put over when you're sitting down in the cabin. Otherwise, go outside and sit. Think about sun cream, a cap or something like that if you want to spend all the time outside on the outside deck while you're sailing. So time for a cup of coffee here at the inside area of the ferry. Coffee was actually reasonable, 2 cups of coffee, €5.90. I mean, it's of course more expensive than if you find a local coffee bar somewhere, but I think €3 for a cup, you can find it everywhere. I mean, when I think about Starbucks, it's €6-7. You know, this is definitely a setup I can live with. So now we are getting close to Rogas. It's basically in a bay in here, so we can see just in front of the ferry now. You can see basically where the ferry is gonna moor, the berth where it's gonna go to. Okay, I'm not sure Oscar is aware about this. So we managed to find a car, now we'll just wait to get off the ferry. The ferry was supposed to arrive here at 12:45, but we are actually 6-7 minutes early, which is pretty good. But the sea was also unbelievable calm today, so it was a really nice sailing trip getting over here. Yeah, the bus stop is just here.
Yeah.
And you also have taxis when you arrive here. But taking the bus from here is really easy. Yeah, we have the buses parked here. One going to Stormarska and Netojam, and the other one to Maslenica. Most of the island, it goes uphill after you land, because all of them, are way higher at the top. But it's similar to Superdar. But I think the worst place, one of the worst, I think it's Sres, or I think it's when you sail to Sres over there, it's just uphill and the road goes outside of the mountain or the hill, It's a bit tight here.
This is why they have these small buses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because getting around with a full-size bus over here is not so easy. So now we're gonna go up to the main square here. As far as I recall, there's some parking. Looks like it. We can go over there. So now we finished the ferry trip from Split to Rogat. We managed to get to Gråhudet, the small town, or basically the capital of Skjolta. And we're gonna take a small break here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Also subscribe to our channel, where you will find new videos about Croatia every week. So stay tuned till the next one. Thank you. Next one over there, they definitely